Working through the bench press. We're going to take a bottoms up approach with our cueing. So first, getting the feet back behind the knees. And while we're doing this, we're going to think about kind of creating torque in our legs. So kind of driving the feet away from each other. We can screw them in a little bit to the ground as well, but just getting that leg drive away. So not necessarily straight down, that's just going to kind of lift the hips up. So driving the legs away, squeezing those glutes. With our glute squeeze, we're going to get a little bit of kind of arch in the lower back, as long as the athlete's not dealing with any injuries. Not excessive, but just a little bit of that arch. As we work up to the upper body, for our grip, there's going to be a little bit of a variance here. I typically like starting with a thumb width away from the start of the grip. That might vary again depending on the athlete's arm length. Any goals, if we're trying to hit a little bit more tries, a little bit more pec, we can kind of just typically start here and then make adjustments as needed. Continuing to the upper body. With our kind of our shoulder blades first, I like having the athlete kind of lift themselves up off to kind of unweight and then drive the shoulder blades down and together and then screw their shoulders into place. So kind of torquing, bending the bar in half to help engage those lats, keeping all of this nice and tight. Working, kind of continuing up. I want to make sure that our wrists are in a neutral alignment. So one of the bigger faults I see a lot of is kind of this riding the motorcycle, revving the engine here. So keeping our wrists nice and in line, and then getting our eyes set up directly underneath the bar. So if I'm kind of too far back, too far forward, it's going to be a little bit funky with the rack. So eyes on the bar is a good place to start. As we go to unrack it, I like having the athlete kind of pull the bar down, like a straight arm pull down. So think about trying to scrape the paint off of the J hook here. So as a spotter, I'm going to lift up and we're going to scrape the bar off. The athlete's going to inhale and brace, expand those ribs 360 degrees, and then pull the bar straight down, keeping those lats engaged, right to about the nipple line or the sternum, somewhere in that general range, and then push themselves away from the bar. So again, keeping all of this super tight, super engaged, driving the feet away from each other, squeezing the core, squeezing the butt, pulling right down to kind of that sternum nipple line, and then pushing themselves away from the bar. So as we go to rack it, with kind of the big things we want to see with where the contact point is it's going to vary a little bit depending on the athlete's kind of arm, limb length. So that kind of the nipple line, sternum line is kind of a comfort thing. Also, we want to be careful about overextending, kind of creating that anterior shoulder glide with the shoulder if they're reaching down too far. So it might be they're not bracing hard enough. It might be they have really long arms. We need to adjust the grip. We're not powerlifting here. We're just training for kind of general athletic performance. So we can even decrease that range of motion by benching to a pad, a shoulder saver, something like that to help minimize that range of motion to stop their elbows from going too far down below the bench. Definitely want to be cognizant of that shoulder pain, but that is our bench press.